Hey guys, what's up? This is Adolfo, and today I want to tell you about 5 tips for skinny guys to gain weight. I used to be like this, very skinny, 130 pounds, and after 9 years I became like this, 185 pounds, 55 pounds of muscle in these years. There is some things that I would have done different to make the changes happen faster. And that's what I'm going to tell you about today. So the first tip I have to give you, it's related to nutrition, and it is to track your calories. Install an app such as MyFitnessPal, and you can just scan the barcode of any food that you're eating, and it will input all the macros for that food. All you have to do is weigh your food for every day and also weigh yourself. Wake up, you go to the bathroom, and then you weigh yourself. And this relates to the tip number 2, which is add calorie surplus. So after a week, you're gonna compare your weight at the end of the week to the beginning of the week, right? And if your weight is the same, it means that you need to add calories to your daily intake. Let's say that you're eating, for example, 2000 calories a day. You're gonna bump it up by 200 calories for the next week. 2.2 thousand calories a day, and then after 1 week, you'll see if you've gained weight again. If you gained around half a kilo, 1 pound, it means that you're on the right track and that you should keep the 2.2 thousand calories. But if even with the 200 calorie increase you've not gained weight, it means that you need to add more calories. So we're gonna add 200 more and repeat this process until you are seeing the weight gain. Now you should be thinking, okay, I'm gonna add 200 calories to my usual meal plan of the day. So what, I just eat whatever I want? You can eat whatever you want, sure, like calories is the priority, but of course if you eat like the right amounts of fats, carbs, and proteins, it's gonna optimize muscle growth. The ideal amount of fats every day is 25% of your total calories. For proteins, it's 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? And the rest is just carbs. It's also a fact that a lot of us hard gainers, we have like small appetites, especially in the morning a lot of times. There are ways to get around this. The first one is to drink your calories. Having a blender is essential, and you should blend up everything you can, right? Fruit, oats, you blend it with milk. Potatoes, you can mash them, like mix them with beetroots, for example. There's also another thing you can do to make the process of eating food more enjoyable, which is mixing different foods together. So instead of, for example, eating like chicken, rice, and broccoli, why don't you mix different types of carbs to make it more fun? Instead of eating 300 grams of rice, maybe 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of mashed potatoes, and then you have 2 toasts, along with it as a source of carbs. Maybe you even add some fruit, some blended juice. It's also important that you don't skip your breakfast, which is something that I used to do when I was, more skinny, wasn't hungry in the breakfast. But it's a matter of training yourself, your body, right, to accept food at that time. Your body has 5 windows of absorption for protein. So if you eat 5 times a day, that will be maximizing the amount of protein that will be used to synthesize new muscle. Here comes tip number 3, which is progressive overload. I used to think, oh, all that matters is going to the gym, doing some bicep curls, some triceps, and nothing else matters. That's really far from the truth, okay? If you want to maximize muscle gains, you want to focus on compound movements with progressive overload. The main movements, squat, bench press, and deadlift. At each workout, lift more than you did on the last time, either by the number of reps or the weight. Tip number 4, also another mistake that I used to do a lot, is that I would do my workouts based on a bro split. That's not ideal because your muscles take 48 hours to recover. So you're leaving a lot of gains in the plate by just giving it 1 week to recover. So the best way to go about working out, in my opinion, is training your muscles 2 times a week. Examples of these very popular workouts are push-pull legs, or upper-lower body splits, or even full body workouts. These will really help you maximize your gains by giving you the proper time to recover. But once your muscle has recovered, you're hitting it again. Now, for the last point, to slow down your movements. This tip is more for accessory exercises, bicep curl, for example. So let's say that during the bicep curl, you see a lot of these at the gym. Push the weight and then they just drop it, right? Push and drop it. This is not ideal for muscle growth because the phase of the exercise where most gains can happen, it's not actually on the concentric phase, it's actually on the eccentric. That's what stimulates your muscle the most. So what I recommend is for you to pick a weight that you feel comfortable in, not only lifting it up, but slowly bringing it back and really having a mind-muscle connection and really focusing your thought on muscle being worked. So sometimes my friends even used to ask me, man, what's going on? You look like you're being possessed, because I'm like focused so much on the muscle, like I do something like this, you know? It's weird, I know, but oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I had for today. I hope you make some good gains with these tips. Give it a like if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos that will be coming weekly, and I'll see you next time.